The Vanuatu Supreme Court will deliver its verdict on the future status of Vanuatu MP Bruno Lenkoni on Monday next week. Mr. Lenkoni's seat was declared vacant this week by the Speaker of Parliament, Sayoli Simeon, on the basis of him missing 3 consecutive sittings of Parliament while receiving medical treatment in South Korea. The Speaker's ruling at that time allowed him to avoid a vote of no confidence against him, with only 25 MPs on both sides of the House. Mr. Lenkoni's fate also has bearing on the life of the newly installed government of Sato Kilman, who is set to face a motion of no confidence on Monday, just 3 weeks after he himself rose to power through a leadership challenge. RNZ Pacific correspondent in Vanuatu, Elia Bule, spoke with Koroi Hawkins about the situation in Port Vila.
What was the situation change that brought about the numbers change?
Well, the change of number began shifted when government deposited a motion of no confidence against the current Speaker of Parliament, Sayoli Simeon. And when they went in Parliament on Monday to debate that motion, the government realized that they don't have the absolute majority of 52 members present, which is 27. They only have 26, and the opposition has 25. 3 members of the Parliament defected from the government side and joined the opposition. But surprisingly, the Speaker may make a decision to declare the seat of the Member of Parliament of Ambre, Bruno Lenkoni, vacant, and that has resulted in the reduction of the government number to 26 to 25. So it means that now we have 25 on the government side and 25 on the opposition side. And straight after the opposition side deposed another motion of no confidence against the current Prime Minister, Sato Kilman.
Now, the Bruno Lenkoni case is before the court, so we're expecting a verdict Monday morning. Also Monday morning, Parliament will be sitting. Is that correct for the motion of no confidence to be moved? Is that your understanding?
Yes, Parliament will sit on Monday, but it will depend very much on the verdict on Monday morning, because there was a trial this morning, today, but the judge said that he will deliver only his verdict on Monday. So the outcome of Monday will depend very much on the decision of the Supreme Court, the verdict of the Supreme Court on Monday. But still, there will be a problem, because if Bruno went back to the Parliament, and the government will have 26, and government must have 27, because the current Parliament has already fully constituted by 52 members. Last time, the appeal court was saying that the absolute majority was 26, because at that time there were only 51 members of the Parliament present. 1 seat on Malakula was vacant, but they already elected a new member of Parliament on the Malakula. It makes that now we have 52 members of the Parliament. So both sides must have 27, otherwise there will be a problem.
Now, this is less than a month since Sato Kilman deposed the Prime Minister Ismail Kalsaka on his own motion of no confidence. We talked a bit about how close this was in terms of the numbers at the time. Do we know anything about the 3 MPs who moved across from government back to opposition, and any reasonings as to why they moved?
So far, they haven't given why they have defected from the government side to the opposition side. But we have the Member of Parliament of Ambai, who was the Minister of Sport under Sato Kilman, who resigned recently and joined the opposition. And we have and also the Member of Parliament for Tonga, Chonamos. And the other one is the newly elected Member of the Parliament, who was elected during the by-election over a week ago, Duncan. So there are 3 of the government side who are now in the opposition camp at Pele Island in the North Fate.
Now, our understanding of the rules around, obviously the other option floating around is the dissolution of Parliament. This cannot be called for by the government because of the requirement for a year in government before that can be triggered. Is that correct? Or can the President still call for a dissolution of Parliament on his own accord?
No, because the dissolution of the Parliament must have the request of the Council of Ministers to make the request to the President of the Republic to dissolve the Parliament, and the Parliament cannot be dissolved before 4 November. This parliament was established on 4 November last year, so they have to wait until 4 November this year, and then parliament will have 1 year, and then the Council of Ministers can make a request to the President of the Republic to dissolve the parliament.
Okay, so I was under the impression that with the change of government that would reset, but it's based on the term of a new parliament coming in. Is that correct? So from the snap election, parliament being created to November 4, that's 1 year, and from November 4 onwards, we could have that as a possibility.
That is correct, and it means that if next week the parliament change the government, and after next week again they change another government, but they can play around like this until 4 November this year, and then after the president has a good reason to dissolve the parliament because we have political crisis.
Are you hearing any opinions from the public, any commentators domestically, locally in Vanuatu about the political instability, what impact it's having on business, on life in Vanuatu?
So far we haven't heard about the complaint or the support of the people, but mainly in the Facebook you have mainly also the supporters of the both sides, they make comment, but for the ordinary people in the island, the motion against Prime Minister is becoming part of their life.
Now, in terms of the votes on Monday, are you already seeing or are you anticipating lobbying from both sides to try and pull members across?
Well, there have been an attempt last week. They sent 2 boats from mainland to the island, but they were chased by the people of the Pele. When they arrived, the 2 boats arrived and Pele, they were chased back to the main island. The 2 sides, they have to lobby because the difference of 25-25, it will be a fragile government. So I'm sure that the both sides, they are trying to get more number before Monday.
Ilya, thank you so much for keeping us abreast of the ongoing developments after the court case on Monday and obviously the motion on Monday as well.
Yeah, thank you.